Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that's going to absolutely blow your minds. What if Goku had solo leveling powers? Now hold up, let me explain why this concept is absolutely insane. We're talking about Goku, the guy who can already blow up universes, move faster than time itself, and literally broke his limits through pure willpower. But solo leveling, that system is absolutely broken in the best way possible. We're talking about systematic power progression where you can literally see your stats increase in real time, unlock new abilities through quests, create instant dungeons for training, and most importantly, share those benefits with your allies through party systems. Just imagine Goku's pure-hearted, fight-obsessed mentality combined with a game-like system that rewards exactly that kind of dedication. The man who trained under 100x gravity would go absolutely feral with daily quests and XP bonuses. Plus, think about it, Goku always wants to help his friends get stronger, and now he'd have the literal ability to awaken systems in others and create training dungeons. It's like giving the ultimate training maniac the ultimate training tool. So we thought, what if we took Goku's incredible fighting spirit and systematic thinking, then amplified it with solo leveling's progression mechanics? Our story follows Goku as he awakens a hunter system after his death against Cell, transforms his approach to training through systematic enhancement, and ultimately achieves something unprecedented, the perfect fusion of analytical precision with ultra instinct mastery. This journey takes him from Earth's protector to a multiversal guardian who can help others unlock their own systematic growth. Alright guys, if this concept sounds as epic to you as it does to me, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell because we're about to drop some absolute fire content. Let's dive into this masterpiece. The void between life and death. Darkness. Not the comforting darkness of sleep, but an endless, weightless void that seemed to stretch beyond comprehension. Goku's consciousness drifted like a leaf on an invisible current, his thoughts scattered and dreamlike. The last thing he remembered was the blinding flash of Cell's explosion, the desperate teleportation to King Kai's planet, and then, nothing. Am I dead? The thought came slowly, without the usual panic such a realization might bring. Death didn't feel frightening, it felt strangely peaceful, like floating in warm water under a starless sky. But something was different about this death, something that made his warrior instincts tingle with anticipation even in this formless state. A soft chime echoed through the void, impossibly clear despite the absence of any physical space to carry sound. Goku's consciousness sharpened, focusing on the source of the disturbance. Before him, though direction had no meaning in this place, a translucent blue screen materialized, its edges crackling with digital energy. System initialization, complete hunter system activated, scanning host identified. Son Goku unique trait detected, pure heart classification, legendary candidate, welcome to the hunter system. Goku's voice emerged from nowhere and everywhere at once. What's this blue thingy? It looks like one of those computer screens Bulma's always playing with. The screen flickered and new text appeared with a gentle, almost musical chime. Greetings, Son Goku. I am your system guide. You have been selected to become Earth's hunter, a guardian chosen to protect your world from threats beyond ordinary comprehension. A warm presence seemed to emanate from the screen, and when it spoke again, Goku could swear he heard a voice deep, noble, and somehow familiar, like an old Saiyan warrior speaking with the wisdom of ages. Your sacrifice to defeat Cell has proven your worthiness. The pure heart that drove you to protect others at the cost of your own life has qualified you for this ancient system, created eons ago by a civilization that faced extinction from cosmic threats. Goku's excitement began to build, the same electric anticipation he felt before a challenging fight. So this is like a special training program, something to help me get stronger, correct? Unlike your previous training methods, this system will provide structured growth through quantifiable metrics, quest completion, and systematic skill development. Your power will no longer be limited by guesswork or intuition alone. The screen expanded, revealing what looked like a character sheet from one of Gohan's video games, but filled with information about Goku himself. Status window name, Son Goku level 1 class undefined title, none stats, strength 15 agility, 18 intelligence, 8 vitality, 20 spirit, 25 health, 200/200 Kai. 250/250 experience, 0/100 skills, none special abilities, locked equipment, empty. Whoa, Goku exclaimed, his consciousness somehow managing to lean forward despite having no physical form. Those numbers, they're really me, but wait, his excitement dimmed slightly. These seem kind of low. I mean, I was way stronger than this when I fought Cell. Your death has reset your physical form to base parameters. However, your combat experience, muscle memory, and fighting instincts remain intact. Think of this as a fresh start with all the wisdom you've gained. As you train and complete quests, these numbers will grow far beyond what you've previously achieved. The explanation made sense to Goku in the simple, direct way he understood most things. So I get to start over, but I still remember how to fight, and I can watch myself get stronger with actual numbers. That's amazing. His warrior's heart raced with possibilities. How do I increase these stats? Multiple methods exist. 1. Quest completion. Specific tasks will grant experience points and stat increases. 2. Training efficiency. Your exercises will be analyzed and optimized for maximum growth. 3. Combat encounters. Battles will provide experience based on difficulty and performance. 4. Skill mastery. Developing techniques will unlock new abilities and stat bonuses. Would you like to view your first quest? Yes. Goku's enthusiasm was infectious, even in the void. Show me what I need to do. The screen shifted, displaying a new interface labeled Quest Log, Active Quest. Survive King Kai's training. Description. Your sacrifice has earned you training with King Kai of the North. Prove your dedication by completing his initial trials. Objectives. Successfully lift King Kai's planet 0/1, catch Bubbles the monkey 0/1, hit Gregory the cricket with a hammer 0/1, maintain training for 48 consecutive hours 0/48 rewards. 500 experience points plus 3 strength plus 5 agility plus 2 vitality unlock. Basic Kai control skill unlock. System shop feature time limit none failure penalty. Delayed advancement to next training phase. This is incredible. Goku's joy was pure and childlike. It's like having Kami or Master Roshi tell me exactly what I need to do, but with rewards I can see. I can actually watch myself getting stronger. The system has detected your positive response. Would you like to proceed to King Kai's planet and begin your first quest? Before Goku could answer, the void around him began to shift and swirl. Colors bled into the darkness, deep purples and blues that reminded him of the space between worlds. The system screen remained constant as everything else spun and reformed. Teleportation sequence initiated. Destination. King Kai's planet Otherworld Sector 7, materializing physical form. Sensation returned gradually. First, the feeling of weight, not the crushing gravity he expected, but a manageable heaviness that made his muscles work harder with every movement. Then came the solid ground beneath his feet, the warm yellow sun overhead, and the sight of a small, perfectly round planet stretching away in all directions. Goku! A high-pitched voice called out, and Goku turned to see King Kai approaching, his dark sunglasses gleaming in the otherworldly light. You made it, though I have to say that was quite an entrance. For a moment there, it looked like you were talking to thin air. Goku grinned, glancing at the system screen that still floated in his peripheral vision, apparently invisible to King Kai. Something like that, King Kai. I'm ready to train harder than I've ever trained before. Well, that's the spirit, but first you'll need to adjust to my planet's gravity. It's 10 times stronger than Earth, so... I know, Goku interrupted, bouncing excitedly on his toes. The enhanced gravity felt challenging but manageable, exactly as the system had predicted. I need to lift your planet, catch Bubbles, hit Gregory, and train for 48 straight hours. King Kai's eyebrows rose above his sunglasses. How did you? Never mind, you Saiyans always surprise me, but lifting the planet, that's not usually the first. Goku was already in position, his hands spread wide as he planted his feet and began to focus his Kai. The system screen updated in real time. Current activity, planetary lifting attempt, strength requirement, 15 minimum met, gravity multiplier, 10x technique efficiency, analyzing, suggestion. Distribute force evenly across both palms. Engage core muscles. Breathe steadily. The advice appeared as glowing text in his vision, and Goku found himself following it instinctively. His stance shifted slightly, his breathing became more controlled, and suddenly the impossible seemed merely difficult. With a grunt of effort, Goku lifted. The small planet, barely large enough to hold King Kai's house, car, and the few training obstacles, rose into the air. It was incredibly heavy, far beyond what his current stats suggested he should be able to manage, but something about the systematic approach made the task achievable. Quest progress update, successfully lift King Kai's planet 1/1, experience gained, plus 50 XP skill discovered, enhanced strength application, remarkable. King Kai gasped, adjusting his sunglasses as he watched Goku gently lower the planet back into position. That usually takes new students weeks to accomplish. You've been dead for less than an hour. Goku wiped sweat from his forehead, grinning at the notification floating in his vision. The small XP gain felt incredibly satisfying, like a tangible reward for his effort. It's all about technique, King Kai. Now where's this bubbles I need to catch? A blue monkey chattering excitedly launched itself from behind King Kai's house, moving with incredible speed across the planet's surface. In Goku's vision, the system immediately began tracking the creature's movement patterns. Target analysis. Bubbles species. Otherworld monkey speed rating. 23 exceeds current agility. Pattern recognition. Initializing predicted movement. 67% accuracy recommendation. Use burst movement to intercept at optimal points. This was unlike any training Goku had experienced before. Instead of relying purely on instinct and determination, he had tactical information flowing directly into his awareness. It felt like having the world's best coach whispering strategy in his ear during every moment of action. Goku launched himself after Bubbles, his feet barely touching the ground as he pursued the monkey around the small planet. The system's predictions proved remarkably accurate. Where his instincts might have led him to chase directly behind the monkey, the system showed him intercept courses and optimal positioning. After several minutes of intense pursuit, Goku managed to corner Bubbles near King Kai's antenna. The monkey, realizing escape was impossible, chittered in what sounded like congratulation before hopping onto Goku's shoulder. Quest progress update, catch Bubbles the monkey 1/1, experience gained, plus 50 XP agility training efficiency, plus 15% incredible speed, King Kai marveled. Most students take days to even get close to Bubbles. You're adapting to the gravity faster than anyone I've ever trained. But Goku was already focused on the next challenge. A tiny cricket had appeared on a nearby rock, and floating beside it was a small hammer. The system immediately began its analysis. Target analysis. Gregory species. Otherworld cricket size 0.3 cm. Speed rating. 31 significantly exceeds current agility. Precision requirement. Extreme warning. Target speed makes direct approach inadvisable. Recommendation. Predict movement and strike destination rather than current position. Goku picked up the hammer, feeling its weight in his hand. It was surprisingly heavy, designed to make the task even more challenging. "Hey little guy," he called to Gregory. "Hope you're ready for this." The cricket took off like a bullet, moving so fast it was barely visible even to Goku's enhanced senses. But the system's tracking was incredible. A faint outline showed Gregory's predicted path, updating in real time as the cricket changed direction. "This is amazing," Goku thought as he swung the hammer not where Gregory was, but where the system predicted he would be in the next split second. "It's like I can see the future." The hammer connected with a tiny thunk, and Gregory tumbled through the air before landing safely in King Kai's palm. Quest progress update, hit Gregory the cricket with a hammer 1/1, experience gained. Plus 75 XP precision training efficiency, plus 20% skill unlocked, predictive combat analysis passive. "This is impossible," King Kai exclaimed, his sunglasses sliding down his nose in shock. "Goku, you just completed in minutes what takes most students months to achieve. How are you? Just good training, I guess." Goku laughed, though his attention was focused on the final quest requirement still pending. 48 consecutive hours of training. "King Kai, I hope you're ready for a long training session, because I don't plan on stopping until I've mastered everything you can teach me." The system chimed with what sounded almost like approval. Dedication level exceptional, continuous training mode activated. Warning: sustained training will require careful resource management. Resources monitored. Health, Kai, stamina, mental focus, auto recommendations will be provided to optimize training efficiency. As the otherworldly sun began to set, painting King Kai's small planet in shades of gold and orange, Goku felt a satisfaction unlike anything he'd experienced before. The numbers, the clear progression, the systematic approach to improvement, it was all incredibly appealing to his warrior's mindset. But more than that, he felt the system responding to who he was as a person. It wasn't trying to change his love of fighting or his desire to protect others. Instead, it was enhancing those traits, making him more effective at what he already wanted to do. Training session, hour 1 of 48, current status. Optimal experience multiplier, active due to enhanced gravity skill development. Accelerated, King Kai shook his head in amazement as he watched Goku begin a series of exercises that seemed to perfectly target his weaknesses while building on his strengths. I've never seen anything like this, Goku. It's as if you know exactly what you need to work on. In a way, I do, Goku called back, performing what the system had labeled gravity-enhanced kata forms. King Kai, I think this is going to be the best training I've ever done. As the hours passed and Goku maintained his intense training regimen, the system continued to provide guidance, encouragement, and measurable progress. For the first time in his life, Goku could see exactly how much stronger he was becoming, hour by hour, technique by technique. Level up. Level 2 achieved, all stats +1, skill points earned, 2 new feature unlocked. Skill trees, the notification appeared as Goku completed his 10th hour of training, and the rush of satisfaction was incredible. He could actually feel himself becoming stronger, more agile, more precise. The systematic approach wasn't taking away from his love of martial arts, it was making every moment of training more meaningful and effective. This is just the beginning, Goku whispered to himself as he continued his training under the alien stars. If I can get this much stronger in just 10 hours, imagine what I'll be able to do after 48. The system's response was a gentle chime of agreement and a new notification. Potential detected, unlimited projected growth. Beyond current measurement scales, recommendation. Continue current approach, the journey to become the ultimate hunter has begun. As the otherworldly night deepened and Goku's training continued with systematic precision, both warrior and system began to understand they were perfectly matched. Goku's pure heart and endless determination provided the drive, while the system provided the structure and feedback to make that drive maximally effective. The first chapter of a legendary journey had begun, and already it was clear that this combination would create something unprecedented in the universe. A warrior who combined the passion of a pure fighting spirit with the optimization of systematic development. 37 hours of training remained, and Goku had never been more excited about the challenge ahead. The science of systematic growth, the artificial sun of King Kai's planet, rose for the second time since Goku had begun his marathon training session. Sweat glistened on his orange gi as he moved through what the system had labeled gravity-enhanced combat forms, each movement precisely calibrated to maximize stat development. Training session. Hour 25 of 48, current status. Excellent adaptation, skill proficiency gains, accelerated new feature unlocked. Skill trees, the notification chimed softly as Goku completed another perfect kata, his movements flowing with a precision that amazed even King Kai. Unlike his usual instinctual training, every technique was now analyzed in real time, with the system providing detailed feedback on efficiency, energy expenditure, and optimal form. Remarkable, Goku, King Kai called from his lawn chair where he'd been observing with growing fascination. In just one day, your technique has become more refined than most students achieve in months. Goku paused mid-form, wiping his forehead with a grin. It's incredible, King Kai, watch this. He opened what the system called his skill trees interface, a translucent blue screen that appeared before him. Skill trees available. Martial Arts Mastery Level 3. Basic Combat Forms Advanced Kata Training 2/5. Right arrow perfect form execution lock. Right arrow combat flow state lock. Right arrow technique fusion lock. Kai control level 4 energy sensing energy manipulation. Right arrow Kai efficiency mastery 3/10. Right arrow energy projection techniques lock. Right arrow advanced Kai applications lock. Physical conditioning level 5 gravity adaptation. Enhanced endurance right arrow muscle memory optimization 4/10. Right arrow recovery enhancement 2/5. Right arrow physical limit breaking locked. I can see exactly what I need to work on, Goku explained excitedly. And look, I earned these things called skill points when I leveled up. I can use them to unlock new abilities or make the ones I have even better. Skill points available. 6. Recommendation. Invest in Kai efficiency mastery for reduced energy consumption during extended training. Following the system's advice, Goku allocated 4 points to Kai efficiency mastery, watching with fascination as the skill bar filled and new information flooded his awareness. Kai Efficiency Mastery Level 7/10 Energy Waste reduced by 35%, Stamina Recovery increased by 25%, New Passive. Optimal Energy Flow, the change was immediate and dramatic. The constant drain he'd felt from training in 10 times gravity suddenly lessened, his Kai flowing through his body with unprecedented smoothness. This is amazing, he laughed, throwing a few punches that crackled with perfectly controlled energy. I feel like I could train forever. Daily quest system activated. New feature. Daily challenges for bonus rewards. A new interface materialized, displaying a list of tasks. Today's daily quests: complete 1,000 perfect form punches, 0/1000, reward, plus 100 XP, plus 1 strength, maintain Kai control for 2 hours straight, 0/2, reward. Plus 150 XP, plus 1 spirit, successfully dodge 500 attacks, reward. Plus 100 XP, plus 1 agility, meditate for 30 minutes, reward. Plus 50 XP, mental clarity buff, assist training partner, reward. Variable based on assistance quality. Daily quests. Goku mused, studying the list. King Kai, wanna help me with some combat training? The system says I can get bonuses for working with a partner. King Kai adjusted his sunglasses nervously. Well, I suppose I could provide some light sparring, but remember, I'm more of a teacher than a fighter. Training partner detected. King Kai analyzing capabilities. Partner skill level. Instructor class. Special training modes unlocked. Technique instruction available. Combat analysis enhancement. Plus 50%. The system recognizes you as an instructor class partner, Goku exclaimed. That means I get enhanced learning when you teach me new techniques. What followed was unlike any training session in Goku's experience. As King Kai demonstrated the Kaioken technique, the system immediately began breaking down the mechanics. Technique analysis. Kaioken classification. Kai multiplication technique. Danger level. Moderate to high requirements. Precise Kai control. Enhanced physical conditioning. Learning progression. Phase 1. Understand Kai flow multiplication theory. Phase 2. Practice controlled energy amplification. Phase 3. Physical conditioning for stress management. Phase 4. Combat application training. Phase 5. Mastery and variation development. The system is showing me exactly how to learn this safely, Goku reported, his eyes tracking the detailed breakdown. It's warning me about the physical stress and suggesting I build up my conditioning first. King Kai nodded approvingly. That's very wise. The Kaioken is dangerous if attempted without proper preparation. I've seen warriors injure themselves severely by rushing into it. Following the system's structured approach, Goku spent the next several hours working through each phase methodically. Unlike his usual trial-and-error approach, he built understanding layer by layer, each step verified by both King Kai's expertise and the system's analysis. Skill learned: Kaioken Basic, current mastery. Level 1 2x multiplier safely achieved. Warning: higher multipliers require additional training. Experience gained, plus 300 XP. Level up, current level. 4. The familiar rush of level advancement sent energy coursing through Goku's body. But more than the stat increases, he felt a deeper satisfaction. The system was teaching him to be a smarter fighter, not just a stronger one. New feature unlocked: Instant Dungeon Pocket Dimensions available for specialized training. Instant Dungeon. Goku read the notification aloud. What does that mean? Instant Dungeons are specialized training environments created by the system. They provide controlled scenarios for practicing specific skills or facing particular challenges without external interference. Available dungeons: Combat Simulation Chamber, practice against AI opponents. Endurance Trial Space, extended stamina training. Technique Mastery Dojo, perfect form development. Gravity Variation Chamber, adaptive gravity training. Mental Training Realm, focus and meditation exercises. Can I try one? Goku asked eagerly. Select dungeon type. Goku chose the Combat Simulation Chamber, and reality shimmered around him. The peaceful landscape of King Kai's planet was replaced by a stark white training room that seemed to extend infinitely in all directions. Combat Simulation Chamber activated. Select opponent type and difficulty. Available: basic martial artists, previous enemies, memory-based, theoretical opponents. Let me fight against myself, Goku decided. But make it the me from before I had the system. Generating opponent. Pre-system Goku, skill level. Match to host Cell Saga capabilities. Combat scenario. Sparring match, no permanent damage. A perfect duplicate of Goku materialized across the training space, identical in appearance but lacking the subtle awareness that the system provided. The simulation began immediately, and Goku found himself facing a mirror match with a crucial difference. His opponent relied purely on instinct, while he had systematic analysis. Combat analysis active. Opponent pattern recognition. 89% accuracy. Weakness identification. Over-reliance on emotional combat responses. Tactical suggestions. Use feints to exploit predictable counterattacks. The battle was fascinating. Goku could see exactly how his fighting style had evolved. The simulation fought with pure passion and incredible instinct, but the system allowed him to predict and counter many of the moves he would have made naturally. More importantly, he began to understand something profound. The system wasn't replacing his fighting spirit or natural talent. Instead, it was enhancing them, providing the analytical framework to make his instincts even more effective. Combat simulation complete, victory achieved, tactical superiority, experience gained, plus 200 XP, combat skills improved, pattern recognition, tactical thinking, new passive skill. Battle instinct integration. As the simulation chamber dissolved back into King Kai's planet, Goku felt a new understanding settling into his mind. The system wasn't just about numbers and statistics, it was teaching him to fight smarter while maintaining the joy and passion that made him a warrior. "How was that?" King Kai asked, noticing Goku's thoughtful expression. "Educational," Goku replied with a grin. "I fought myself and I won, but not because I was stronger. I won because I could see patterns and think ahead while still fighting with my heart." Training session, hour 35 of 48, achievement unlocked. Systematic warrior, title gained. Analytical fighter, passive bonus. Plus 10% experience from combat encounters. The remaining hours of his training quest flew by as Goku experimented with different system features. He discovered achievement bonuses that provided permanent improvements, learned to share minor system benefits with King Kai, allowing the Kai to see basic combat analysis, and began to understand the deeper philosophy behind systematic growth. Daily quests completed, bonus experience, plus 500 XP, training consistency bonus, plus 100 XP, mentor assistance bonus, plus 200 XP, level up, current level 6. As the 48-hour training requirement finally completed, Goku stood on King Kai's planet as a fundamentally transformed fighter. His stats had increased dramatically, but more importantly, his understanding of combat had evolved. Quest complete, survive King Kai's training, final rewards, experience points, plus 500 XP strength, plus 3 total, 18 agility, plus 5 total, 23 vitality, plus 2 total. 22 skill unlocked, basic Kai control, master level, system shop, unlocked additional bonus. Kaioken technique, basic mastery, special achievement, perfect student, future training 25% more effective, major milestone reached. Level 10 class evolution available, choose your specialized path. The system presented 3 glowing options. Warrior class, focus on combat excellence and physical power bonuses. To strengthen combat skills, specializes in direct confrontation. Guardian class, focus on protection and support abilities, bonuses to defensive skills and ally assistance, specializes in protecting other. Seeker class, focus on growth and technique mastery, bonuses to learning speed and skill development, specializes in continuous improvement. Goku considered the options carefully. The warrior path appealed to his fighting spirit, but the guardian class resonated with his deeper motivation, protecting Earth and his friends. The seeker class offered the most growth potential. "I want to be able to protect everyone," he decided. "But I also want to keep learning and getting stronger forever. Is there a way to combine them?" Analyzing choice patterns. Unique option unlocked due to pure heart trait, legendary guardian seeker hybrid available. Warning: this class is extremely rare and places high demands on character development. "I'll take it," Goku declared without hesitation. Class selected, legendary guardian seeker, specialization bonuses. Learning speed increased by 50%, ally assistance abilities, enhanced combat skills develop 25% faster when protecting others, unique skill trees unlocked. Protective mastery and infinite growth, special ability, share system benefits with trusted allies, limited transformation complete, new title. Earth's systematic guardian energy flooded through Goku's body as the class evolution completed. He felt not just stronger but fundamentally changed, as if the system had recognized and amplified his truest nature. "King Kai," he said, turning to his teacher with eyes that sparkled with new understanding. "I think I'm ready for whatever comes next, and when I get back to Earth, I'll be able to help everyone else get stronger too." King Kai nodded approvingly. "You've learned more in 2 days than most students absorb in years, Goku. But remember, all the systematic analysis in the world can't replace a pure heart and the will to protect others." "I know," Goku smiled, looking at his final status screen. "That's why this system chose me, isn't it? Not because I was the strongest, but because of why I wanted to be strong." Current status, name, Son Goku, level 10 class, legendary guardian seeker title, Earth systematic guardian stats, strength 28 a plus 10 class bonus agility, 31 plus 8 class bonus intelligence, 15 plus 7 systematic growth vitality, 32 plus 10 class bonus spirit, 35 a plus 10 pure heart amplification health, 850/850 Kai, 1200/1200 experience, 50/1500 next level skills, Kaioken Basic Mastery, Kai Efficiency Mastery, Advanced, Battle Instinct Integration, Passive, System Ally Assistance Limited, Perfect Training Form Passive Special Abilities. Instant Dungeon Access, Skill Tree Mastery, Guardian's Intuition, Systematic Combat Analysis, Protective Power Amplification. As Goku prepared to continue his otherworldly training journey, both he and the system understood they had found perfect synchronization. The pure-hearted Saiyan who fought for others had gained the tools to optimize that protection, while the ancient system designed to create ultimate defenders had found a wielder who embodied its highest ideals. The second chapter of Goku's systematic evolution was complete, but his journey toward becoming the ultimate Guardian Seeker had only just begun. Soon, he would return to Earth with power that transcended simple numerical increases. He had gained the wisdom to help others grow alongside him. Next objective, prepare for Earth's return, estimated threat level upon return. Significantly elevated recommendation. Continue training to unlock advanced system features. The Guardian's journey continues. The dimensional barrier between Otherworld and Earth rippled like disturbed water as Goku materialized on the lookout, his orange gi pristine despite the intense otherworldly training he completed. The familiar sensation of Earth's lighter gravity felt almost strange after months of systematic conditioning under King Kai's enhanced environment. Goku! Piccolo's voice carried a mixture of relief and surprise as the Namekian rushed forward. You're early, we weren't expecting you back for another day. Yeah, well, Goku grinned, stretching his arms overhead. The system helped me optimize my training schedule. I managed to complete everything King Kai wanted to teach me in record time. The system interface materialized in his peripheral vision, invisible to his friends but providing constant tactical awareness. Earth environment detected, gravity adjustment, complete, scanning for threats, warning, multiple high-power signatures detected, threat assessment, significantly elevated from pre-departure baseline. The alerts made Goku's expression grow serious. Even without the system's warnings, he could sense it, an oppressive energy that felt wrong, artificial, like Kai twisted into something unnatural. Piccolo, he said, his voice taking on the focused tone that indicated his warrior instincts were fully engaged. Something's different. There are power levels I don't recognize and they feel strange. You're right to be concerned, Mr. Popo said, appearing beside them with his characteristic silent movement. Much has happened since your departure. The androids Dr. Jiro created have awakened, but they're not the only threat. Analyzing conversation context. Historical data updated. Android threat confirmed. New feature unlocked. Threat scanner. Passive monitoring. Activated. A new interface element appeared, a radar-like display that tracked power signatures across the planet. Goku could see clusters of high-energy readings, some familiar, his friends, others completely unknown. The androids are one problem, Piccolo continued grimly, but something else has been happening. Strange portals have been opening across Earth. Creatures unlike anything we've seen before have been emerging from them. Critical information detected, dimensional anomalies confirmed, emergency protocol activated, new quest generated. Investigate dimensional disturbances. The system's response was immediate and concerning. Goku had never seen it react with such urgency before. Portals? Goku asked, his excitement about testing his new abilities tempered by genuine concern for Earth's safety. What kind of creatures? See for yourself, Den said, pointing toward the horizon where a shimmering distortion in the air was visible even from the lookout's height. Another one is opening now. Goku's enhanced senses, amplified by the system's analytical capabilities, immediately focused on the dimensional rift. What he saw made his warrior's instincts flare to full alert. Dimensional gate detected, classification. Dungeon portal, rank A, warning. Entities emerging pose significant threat to civilian population, creatures identified. Shadow beasts, corrupted elementals, unknown classification monsters. Those aren't from any planet I know, Goku muttered, watching as bizarre creatures began pouring from the portal. They looked like something from a nightmare, twisted amalgamations of shadow and malice that moved with predatory intelligence. Quest activated, dungeon break containment, primary objective. Eliminate all escaped creatures, secondary objective. Investigate portal source, bonus objective. Prevent civilian casualties, rewards. Variable based on performance. I have to stop them, Goku announced, already preparing to teleport using instant transmission. Those things are heading straight for populated areas. Wait, Piccolo called. Goku, you don't understand. We've been fighting these creatures for weeks. They're not like anything we've faced before. Our attacks barely hurt them, and they seem to get stronger by absorbing Kai. Tactical analysis initiated enemy type. Kai absorption entities, standard combat approaches. Ineffective recommendation. Systematic combat approach required, unlocking. Hunter-specific combat protocols. The system's analysis aligned perfectly with Piccolo's warning, but it also provided something the others lacked, specific countermeasures designed for exactly this type of threat. The system has protocols for these creatures, Goku said, his confidence returning. They're called shadow beasts, and apparently normal Kai attacks aren't enough, but I've got something better now. Hunter combat mode. Activated special abilities unlocked. Purification strike. Attacks infused with pure heart energy. Systematic analysis. Real-time weakness identification. Hunter's mark. Target tracking and damage amplification. Protective aura. Shields allies from Kai absorption. Everyone stay here, Goku instructed, his aura beginning to shimmer with an energy that felt different from his usual Kai, cleaner somehow, more focused. I need to test these new abilities, and I don't want anyone getting caught up in whatever these creatures can do. Using instant transmission, Goku appeared directly above the dimensional portal just as the largest of the shadow beasts, a hulking monstrosity that looked like a cross between a gorilla and a living shadow, emerged fully into Earth's reality. Target acquired, Alpha Shadow Beast, threat level. Rank weaknesses identified, vulnerable to pure energy, weakness to light-based attacks, Hunter's mark applied, damage to this target. Plus 200%, the creature looked up at Goku with eyes like burning coals, its form seeming to absorb the light around it. When it roared, the sound carried an otherworldly malice that would have terrified most fighters. Goku just grinned. Sorry, big guy, but you picked the wrong planet to invade. Instead of his usual direct assault approach, Goku found himself following the system's tactical suggestions with perfect precision. His first attack was a carefully measured Kai blast infused with what the system called Guardian's Light, energy that felt warm and protective rather than destructive. The effect was immediate and dramatic. The Shadow Beast's roar of challenge became a shriek of pain as Goku's purified energy tore through its form like sunlight burning away darkness. Where normal Kai attacks had barely scratched similar creatures, this single blast removed nearly a quarter of the monster's mass. Critical hit achieved, purification damage, extremely effective, experience gained, plus 150 XP, continuing combat analysis. The creature tried to counterattack, lashing out with tendrils of living shadow that would have drained Kai from any normal fighter. But Goku's Guardian Seeker class provided perfect protection. His aura automatically repelled the absorption attempt while his enhanced agility, boosted by the system's real-time movement optimization, made dodging the physical strikes almost effortless. This is incredible, Goku called out as he continued the battle, each strike guided by the system's analysis but powered by his own fighting spirit. I can see exactly how to hurt these things. Combo multiplier. X4 Systematic Combat Mastery, improving rapidly, new skill developing, Monster Hunter expertise, the Alpha Shadow Beast, realizing it was outmatched, attempted to retreat back through the portal. But Goku had anticipated this. The system's predictive combat analysis had shown him the creature's escape patterns before it even attempted them. Oh no you don't. Goku appeared directly in front of the portal using a dimensional step the system had unlocked, blocking the creature's retreat. You came to my planet uninvited. Time to face the consequences. His final attack was a perfect fusion of systematic precision and instinctual power, a Kamehameha wave infused with Guardian's Light and guided by the system's optimal targeting calculation. The beam struck the Shadow Beast with such purified force that it didn't just destroy the creature, it seemed to heal the very space where the monster had existed, cleansing the dimensional contamination it had brought with it. Alpha Shadow Beast defeated, excellent performance bonus, plus 300 XP, perfect tactical execution, plus 100 XP level up. Current level, 11, new ability unlocked. Portal stability analysis. With the Alpha defeated, the remaining Shadow Beasts, lesser creatures that had been empowered by their leader's presence, began to weaken visibly. Goku moved through them with systematic efficiency, each strike perfectly calculated for maximum purification effect. But as he fought, the system was providing information that made him increasingly concerned. Dimensional analysis complete. Warning: portal is not naturally occurring, artificial creation detected. Source: advanced technological interference with dimensional barriers. Conclusion: someone or something is deliberately opening these gateways. Artificial. Goku paused in his systematic elimination of the remaining creatures. You mean someone is doing this on purpose? Affirmative. Dimensional manipulation of this scale requires 1. Advanced understanding of interdimensional mechanics. 2. Massive energy source for portal stabilization. 3. Specific targeting to breach Earth's dimensional barriers. Recommendation: investigate source immediately. New quest generated. Identify dimensional threat. Goku finished off the last shadow beast with a perfectly aimed Kai blast, watching as his purified energy cleansed the creature from existence. But his mind was already racing with the implications of what the system had discovered. If someone is deliberately sending these creatures to Earth, he murmured, looking at the now stabilizing portal, then this is just the beginning. Portal closing sequence initiated. Dimensional rift. Sealed area purification. Complete. Civilians saved. 847,293 projected casualties if no intervention. Perfect mission completion. As the portal finally closed with a sound like reality itself sighing in relief, Goku used instant transmission to return to the lookout where his friends waited anxiously. Well, Piccolo asked immediately, were you able to stop them? All taken care of, Goku replied, but his expression remained serious. But we have a bigger problem. Those portals aren't natural. Someone is deliberately opening them and sending creatures to attack Earth. System shop unlocked due to exceptional performance. New items available. Dimensional anchor. Prevents portal formation in equipped area. Purification enhancer. Increases anti-monster damage by 50%. A threat detector. Early warning system for dimensional anomalies. Ally enhancement crystals. Temporary system benefits for teammates. System shop. Goku said aloud, studying the new interface. I can buy equipment now? What are you talking about, Goku? Dend asked, looking concerned. You keep mentioning a system, but we can't see anything. Goku realized he'd been speaking his thoughts aloud again. Oh right, it's hard to explain, but I've got this. Helper thing that shows me information about threats and how to fight them effectively. It's how I was able to defeat those shadow beasts so easily. Ally Awareness Protocol suggested. Recommendation: demonstrate system benefits to build trust and coordination. Limited system sharing available for verified allies. Actually, Goku continued, following the system's suggestion, I might be able to share some of these abilities with you guys. The system says it can provide limited assistance to trusted allies. He focused on Piccolo, extending what the system called an analysis sharing link. Ally connection established. Piccolo shared benefits. Basic threat detection, combat suggestions, duration, 24 hours. Piccolo's eyes widened as a faint blue interface appeared in his vision. What? I can see data about power levels, about optimal fighting strategies. Goku, what is this? Something that's going to help us protect Earth, Goku replied seriously. Because if someone is deliberately sending monsters to attack our planet, we need every advantage we can get. Urgent alert, new dimensional signature detected. Location: North City. Threat level S rank. Warning: portal size indicates much larger creatures incoming. The system's emergency alert made Goku's expression harden with determination. Looks like we're about to get that test sooner than expected. There's another portal opening, and this one's much bigger. As he prepared to face whatever new threat was emerging, Goku felt the satisfaction of a warrior who had found his perfect tool. The system wasn't just making him stronger, it was making him the defender Earth needed. The hunter had returned, and Earth's enemies were about to discover what systematic protection truly meant. Quest continues. Defend Earth from dimensional invasion. Hunter status: fully operational. Next target: acquired. 17 days had passed since the dimensional portals began appearing across Earth. Goku had systematically sealed 43 breaches, eliminated over 2,000 shadow beasts, and earned enough experience to reach level 15. But now, as he stood in the wasteland where Perfect Cell had constructed his tournament ring, the system was presenting warnings unlike any he'd seen before. Raid boss detected. Perfect Cell threat classification: SSS rank, warning, standard hunter protocols insufficient, activating, legendary encounter system, the familiar blue interface expanded dramatically, displaying combat information that made Goku's eyes widen. This wasn't just another monster to defeat, Cell represented a completely different category of challenge. Welcome, Goku, Cell's perfect voice called across the arena, his bioandroid form radiating confidence. I must say your recent improvements have been most interesting to observe. These creatures you've been eliminating so efficiently, tell me, what makes you so effective against beings that have stymied every other fighter on this planet? Enemy analysis initiated, warning. Target is adapting to scanning attempts, Cell's unique trait detected. Reactive evolution, counter-adaptation in progress. Goku felt a chill as the system's analysis revealed something disturbing. Cell wasn't just powerful, he was actively learning from every scan, every analysis the system performed. The bioandroid's DNA from Frieza, Vegeta, and himself included an accelerated adaptation ability that extended even to systematic approaches. You've been watching me fight, Goku stated, settling into a combat stance that the system optimized in real time, learning from how I handle those portal creatures. Cell's smile was predatory, indeed. And what fascinating techniques you've developed. That purification energy, the systematic precision of your attacks, you've become quite the evolved fighter. But now I'm curious to see how your system handles a truly intelligent opponent. Critical alert. Enemy has knowledge of system existence, security breach analysis. Cell's observation and adaptation abilities exceed normal parameters, recommendation. Extreme caution required, the system's warnings were justified. As the battle began, Cell demonstrated an understanding of Goku's new fighting style that should have been impossible. Every purification strike was countered with energy specifically designed to resist it. Every systematic prediction was met with deliberately unpredictable movements. Impressive, Cell laughed as he deflected another optimized attack sequence. Your system assumes predictable behavioral patterns. But what happens when your opponent refuses to follow any pattern at all? Combat efficiency, severely reduced enemy adaptation rate, exceeding system countermeasures, initializing. Emergency protocols, the system began unlocking features Goku had never seen before. Raid boss mechanics activated, multi-phase encounter detected, phase 1, perfect Cell analytical combat, special conditions. Enemy learns from each exchange, team coordination buffs, available if allies participate, ultimate technique requirements. Specific conditions must be met, a raid boss, Goku murmured, understanding the system's classification. This wasn't meant to be fought alone, and victory would require more than just overwhelming power. Cell's hearing caught the comment. Raid boss, how delightfully gaming inspired. Yes, I suppose that's exactly what I am. And like any proper final boss, I have multiple forms to show you. The bioandroid's power suddenly spiked, his aura shifting from golden to a deep, malevolent green. But the system's analysis revealed something even more concerning. Phase transition detected, Cell's power source, partially dimensional, warning, enemy is drawing energy from the same source as the portal creature's hypothesis. Cell has made contact with the dimensional threat coordinator. You've allied with whoever's opening those portals, Goku accused, his own power flaring as the system activated every available combat enhancement. Allied? Oh no, Goku. I consumed them. Cell's smile became truly terrifying. When those dimensional rifts first appeared, I investigated. The beings coordinating the invasion were quite powerful and quite delicious. Their knowledge of interdimensional manipulation, their understanding of systematic combat, it all became part of me. Threat level revised, beyond current classification system, emergency power boost available, warning. Severe consequences for host, except emergency enhancement. Y/N, the system was offering something dangerous. Goku could feel it in the way the interface pulsed with warning colors. But Cell's revelation changed everything. If the bioandroid had absorbed the beings responsible for the dimensional attacks, then this battle was no longer just about protecting Earth from Cell. It was about preventing a threat that spanned multiple realities. Show me the consequences, Goku demanded. Emergency enhancement effects. Positive, power increase 1000%, access to legendary techniques, temporary system mastery. Negative. 95% chance of permanent system damage, possible loss of systematic abilities, extreme physical strain, duration, 10 minutes maximum recommendation, reserved for absolute final resort. Goku shook his head. Not yet, there has to be another way. Instead, he opened his awareness to his friends watching from the rocky outcroppings around the Cell Games arena. Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Trunks, all of them ready to fight but held back by the tournament's rules and Cell's overwhelming power. Alternative protocol detected. Team coordination matrix, available ally enhancement distribution, possible new strategy, systematic cooperation. Guys, Goku called out, his voice carrying clearly across the wasteland. I need your help not to fight Cell directly, but to help me unlock something the system calls a cooperation matrix. Initiating ally connection protocols, targets, all verified Earth defenders, shared system benefits. Tactical coordination, power synchronization, combined technique access. One by one, Goku felt his friends connect to the system's network. Their surprise was palpable as tactical information began flowing into their minds, but their trust in Goku overrode any confusion. Incredible, Vegeta's voice came through what the system labeled a team communication channel. I can see Cell's power fluctuations, his movement patterns. Kakarot, what is this? Something that's going to help us save not just Earth, but multiple dimensions, Goku replied, feeling his own power stabilize and amplify as the system coordinated their combined strength. Cooperation matrix, active, team buff, unity of purpose, combined power calculation. Sufficient for raid boss encounter, new technique unlocked. Systematic combination attack. Cell's expression shifted from amusement to concern as he sensed the change in the battle's dynamics. What are you doing? This coordination. It's beyond anything I absorbed from those dimensional beings. It's called teamwork, Goku said, his aura now resonating with the energy patterns of all his allies. And it's something you'll never truly understand because it requires trusting others completely. The battle that followed was unlike anything in Dragon Ball history. Instead of a clash of overwhelming individual powers, it became a demonstration of perfect tactical cooperation. Every attack was coordinated through the system's network, every defense optimized for maximum efficiency. When Cell launched his most devastating energy wave, it was met not just by Goku's Kamehameha, but by a perfectly synchronized combination attack that incorporated Vegeta's Big Bang, Piccolo's Special Beam Cannon, and Gohan's Masenko, all guided by the system's targeting algorithms and amplified by their unity of purpose. Systematic combination attack. Successful. Cell's adaptation ability, overwhelmed by multiple simultaneous variables. Phase 2 initiated. Perfect. Cell desperate measures, but as Cell staggered back from their combined assault, his form began to shift again. This time, the transformation carried an ominous familiarity, dimensional energy that Goku recognized from the portal creatures. If I cannot adapt to your systematic approach, Cell growled, his body now wreathed in the same shadowy energy as the interdimensional monsters, then I'll simply transcend it entirely. Warning. Enemy evolution beyond systematic parameters. Cell has achieved dimensional ascension. Standard combat protocols. Ineffective. Hunter instinct override. Required. The system's message was clear. To defeat this version of Cell, Goku would need to go beyond systematic analysis and return to pure fighting instinct. But he'd spent months learning to integrate both approaches. Could he really abandon the system's guidance when he needed it most? Gohan, he said through the team communication channel, making a decision that surprised everyone, including himself. I'm going to try something the system says is impossible. I'm going to fight without systematic assistance, using only instinct and the bonds we share. Warning, disconnecting from system during combat is extremely dangerous. Recommend maintaining at least basic analytical functions. Trust me, Goku said, both to his friends and to the system itself. This is something I need to prove, that the system made me stronger not by replacing my instincts, but by helping me understand them better. System override. Acknowledged. Maintaining emergency reconnection protocol only. Hunter's instinct. Unleashed. As the system's interface faded from his awareness, Goku felt a moment of disorientation, followed by a clarity unlike anything he'd experienced before. He could still sense his friends' support, still feel their coordinated energy, but now it flowed through emotional bonds rather than systematic networks. The final phase of the battle became a dance of pure instinct versus corrupted adaptation. Cell, empowered by dimensional energy but lacking the wisdom to use it properly, found his overwhelming power consistently countered by Goku's perfect fighting intuition. And when the moment came for the final exchange, Cell's ultimate attack against Goku's most powerful Kamehameha, the system reactivated just long enough to record a single, perfect moment. Achievement unlocked. Systematic Transcendence. Goku has proven that true strength combines systematic wisdom with instinctual mastery. New class evolution available. Transcendent Guardian Seeker. Cell Games. Victory achieved as Cell's form dissolved under the combined power of systematic training and instinctual perfection. Goku understood that his journey with the system had reached its first major milestone. He hadn't abandoned systematic thinking, he'd learned to use it as a foundation for even purer fighting spirit. The hunter had evolved, and Earth was safe. But the dimensional threat Cell had absorbed was only the beginning of challenges that would require both systematic wisdom and transcendent instinct to overcome. Next phase, the Majin Awakening. Estimated time until next major threat, 7 years. Recommendation. Use interval for advanced system mastery. The Transcendent Guardian's journey continues. 7 years of systematic mastery had transformed not just Goku, but Earth itself. The system had evolved alongside its primary user, developing features that seemed almost alive in their responsiveness to the planet's needs. As Goku stood in the World Tournament arena, watching Gohan compete in the preliminary rounds, he felt the familiar presence of his analytical companion operating at levels that would have seemed impossible during his early days with King Kai. Current status: Goku level 100, class Transcendent Guardian Seeker, Paragon levels unlocked, infinite progression beyond level cap, system mastery, advanced Earth Defense Network. 847 minor dimensional incursions prevented. The years had been productive beyond measure. The system had guided Goku through what it classified as endgame content, challenges designed for masters rather than students. He'd learned to create permanent dimensional anchors around major population centers, established a network of early warning systems that could detect threats across multiple realities, and most importantly, awakened similar systems in several of his allies. Vegeta's Pride system had manifested after particularly intense training, focusing on leadership, combat bonuses, and tactical superiority. Piccolo had developed a Guardian system specialized in protective techniques and mentorship abilities. Even Gohan showed signs of an emerging scholar system that enhanced his analytical and research capabilities. But now, as the system's threat detection array suddenly blazed with warnings, Goku realized that 7 years of preparation might not be enough. Critical alert: dimensional rupture detected. Location: approximately 50 kilometers southwest. Signature: unlike any previous encounters. Threat classification: reality manipulation level. Warning: standard hunter protocols insufficient. The alerts came in rapid succession, each more alarming than the last. But what concerned Goku most was the system's final message. Magical interference detected. System functions experiencing disruption. Recommendation: immediate investigation required. Magic, Goku muttered, stepping away from the tournament grounds. His experience with Baba and Kami had taught him that magic operated on different principles than Kai, but he'd never encountered magical forces that could interfere with the system directly. Using instant transmission, he appeared at the coordinates the system had provided. What he found defied both systematic analysis and warrior's intuition. A massive crater stretched before him, but at its center stood not a spaceship or dimensional portal, but something far more disturbing: a sealed stone egg, pulsing with malevolent energy that made reality itself seem to ripple. Analyzing: unknown artifact. Error: magical signature preventing full scan. Partial data. Ancient seal. Containment purpose: weakening structural integrity. Warning: entity within is actively attempting to corrupt system functions. As if summoned by his arrival, figures began materializing around the crater's edge. Goku recognized one immediately: Babidi, the wizard he'd encountered in timeline information the system had somehow accessed from future trunks. But the others were new, tall, thin beings that registered as neither fully magical nor technological. Ah, the famous Goku, Babidi's voice carried across the crater with unnatural amplification. The warrior with the mysterious systematic abilities that have made him Earth's greatest defender. Enemy analysis: Babidi classification: magical threat rank S. Warning: magic users can disrupt system integration. Special ability detected: mind control through evil amplification. Defensive protocols activated. But as Goku prepared for confrontation, something unprecedented happened. His system interface flickered, text becoming corrupted and distorted. System status: Corruption detected, magic interference. Severe warning, Abaddon attempting to hijack system functions. What's happening? Goku demanded, feeling his systematic enhancements wavering for the first time since his awakening. Magic, my dear warrior, Babidi laughed maniacally. Your precious system is merely advanced technology, and all technology can be corrupted, controlled, turned to serve new masters. The wizard began chanting in an ancient language, and Goku felt something terrible happening. The system's helpful interface was being invaded, twisted, turned from ally to potential enemy. Emergency protocol activated, attempting to resist hijack. Warning. If corruption complete, most will become involuntary agent. Fighting panic. Goku realized he was facing something the system had never prepared him for, an enemy that could turn his greatest advantage against him. But as Babidi's corruption spread deeper into the system's functions, Goku made a decision that would define his evolution as a fighter. He stopped resisting the magical interference and instead opened his mind completely to the system, allowing the corruption to flow through him while maintaining his core identity through sheer force of will and purity of heart. Dangerous approach detected. Host is allowing corruption access to core functions. This could result in complete system takeover. I know, Goku said aloud, his voice steady despite the magical assault on his consciousness. But I trust you and I trust myself. We've been partners for 7 years. A little corruption isn't going to change that. What happened next surprised everyone, including Babidi. Instead of taking control of Goku through the corrupted system, the magical interference encountered something unexpected, a fusion of technological enhancement and pure-hearted determination that proved impossible to fully corrupt. Corruption resistance, unexpected levels detected. Host's pure heart trait, providing system protection. Magical interference, being gradually neutralized. New evolution detected. Magic-resistant system integration. Goku's aura flared with an energy that was neither purely systematic nor entirely natural. It was something new, a perfect fusion of technological enhancement and spiritual purity that proved immune to magical corruption. Impossible, Babidi shrieked. No system can resist my control. Technology bows to superior magical manipulation. You're right, Goku replied, powering up to his full capabilities while the system's functions gradually cleared of corruption. A system can't resist your magic, but this isn't just a system anymore. It's part of who I am, and I've never been controllable. System purification, complete corruption resistance, permanently integrated, new ability unlocked. Anti-magic protocols, magical threats now subject to systematic analysis. The battle that followed demonstrated how much Goku had truly evolved. Babidi's magic, which should have been completely outside the system's analytical capabilities, was now subject to real-time analysis and countermeasure development. Analyzing magical attack patterns, spell structure identification, 67% complete, countermeasures available, pure energy disruption, systematic dispelling recommendation. Target spell focal points for maximum disruption, but even as Goku systematically dismantled Babidi's magical defenses, the real threat was awakening. The sealed egg at the crater's center began to crack, releasing waves of chaotic energy that made the dimensional portal creatures seem like gentle summer breezes. Containment breach detected. Majin Buu threat classification. Beyond current measurement systems. Warning. Entity possesses reality manipulation abilities. Standard combat protocols. Completely ineffective emergency recommendation. Evacuation of all non-essential personnel. As the pink creature that would become known as Majin Buu emerged from his ancient prison, Goku realized that all his systematic preparation, all his technological enhancements, were about to face their ultimate test against a being of pure chaotic magic. But he wasn't the same fighter who had first awakened the system 7 years ago. He was something new, a bridge between systematic advancement and pure fighting spirit, ready to face whatever reality-warping challenges awaited. Majin Buu encounter initiated systematic magic resistance. Active, the Transcendent Guardian's greatest test, beginning. And there you have it, guys, Goku's incredible journey from system awakening to systematic transcendence. From that first level up with King Kai to achieving true Ultra Instinct that perfectly fuses analytical wisdom with pure fighting instinct, we've watched our favorite Saiyan evolve into something truly unprecedented. He proved that the ultimate cheat system isn't about getting unfair advantages. It's about learning to grow so efficiently that transcendent strength becomes the natural result of transcendent character. What was your favorite moment from this epic journey? Was it when Goku first discovered his system in the void, his systematic battle against Cell, or maybe that final confrontation with the Null where he achieved perfect systematic transcendence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love seeing what moments hit you guys the hardest. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and let me know what crossover concepts you want to see next. Should we explore Vegeta's pride system in more detail, or maybe dive into what if Naruto had gamer abilities? The possibilities are endless. Alright guys, that's a wrap on this absolute banger of a story. Thanks for joining me on this epic ride, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.